Welcome to Cherokee Landing, another Thousand Trails property here in Tennessee. This one is a little bit southwest of Natchez Trace, the other park that we just stayed at, and closer to Memphis as we head into Arkansas to make our way back to Texas for a few months, our home base. This is a very large park, but very unoccupied, very old, dilapidated, nice staff, short-staffed. You're gonna like it if you like peace and nature, including the random deer that will pop up on you. As you can see, there's one right over there behind that fence. He's not locked inside of there, he's just hanging out. There's woods right over through there. Very woody resort. You can tell back in the day this was a very nice campground. Due to budgets and money, it has seen its better days for sure. But again, if you like it quiet and very few people, this is your place. Okay, once you've gotten through the secured guard shack with your code, you're gonna come right through here and go straight ahead into your loop. You might get an escort into your loop, whether it's the 50 amp area or take a right down here to the all-inclusive tennis court slash cabin slash 30 amp full connection area that we're in, with some other sites that do not have sewer, which we'll talk about later. That is going to be your business office, and so if you have questions about your membership or want to find a ranger, it's going to be right there. Okay, a quick look at the Cherokee Landing Lodge. As the Tomahawk Lodge is not being used right now, it's under permanent renovation possibly. You have a large TV, fireplace, and there's a cornhole game that you can get here. Inside, a little interior bowling and some floor checkers. You can see those way down there, way down yonder. And we have some games that you can borrow, some books. Just make sure you bring them back. There's some Trouble, Yahtzee, Sorry, Candyland. Woo! Some more cornhole. And as you go into the rec area, you're going to see a couple billiard tables, vending machine, there's some ping pong, there's a pop-a-shot, and then there's a pop-a-shot slash skee ball. Do not see the required materials for these two, but you can play some ping pong. I'm sure you can ask about these other two, and those accessories are going to be available to you as well. There's a little kitchenette for when they have some cooking and events where they're serving food. And so along with the restrooms, you have yourselves a nice old school lodge you can hang out in, beat the heat, and have some fun. Okay, we're inside of the pool here at the Cherokee Landing Thousand Trails RV Park Resort. There's your little wading pool. This is a pretty big pool, considering there's no one here. As a matter of fact, it's our own private pool today. So there's the wading pool, the 6-foot deep pool. It's a lovely lady down there swimming in the shallow end, waving. I don't know why she's waving at me. Don't know her. And there's a vending machine. The restrooms are in good shape, his and hers. The mini putt course is behind this with some, we'll call it gravel volleyball. Not quite sand anymore. There's some grass in it, still some sand. But anyway, there's your mini putt course. And this is all very close to the lodge that we looked at that is taking the place of the Tomahawk Lodge. So the tennis courts at Cherokee Landing will not be hosting Wimbledon anytime soon, or the US Open, or any tournament for that matter. They are pretty dilapidated. They did just change out some lights here the other night, so that's a good sign. Maybe some more improvements or renovations are on the way. Until then, we've turned this into a little bit of a dog run so we can chase ball and watch the dogs go a little crazy. This is just down from the cabins and where we are staying. So lots of room to walk in this particular park, as I'll mention several times. But Sport Court has seen better days here at Cherokee Landing. Okay, not too far from the tennis court. And on the side of the park where we are staying is the cabin loop. And there's a lot of cabins. They're older. Yes, that's okay. Just caught a bunch of deer here hanging out. Some of these cabins are obviously not in use. As you can see, this particular one has no stairs. This one has stairs. This one does not. So that would be a nice surprise if you walked out of that screened porch on the back, and you would have a pretty nasty fall right there. So they're going to put you in one that has stairs and is functioning. We have yet to see anyone in here in the 20 days that we've been here. Doesn't mean that you can't get yourself a cabin. I know they have cabins. I've seen a couple of them serviced and have talked to staff about the cabins. They're old school, but if you like peace and quiet, like I'll mention again, this is a good spot for you. Get you a fire pit. They have some fire pits available. You can see right here. And picnic table and do your thing. The Tomahawk Lodge. So when you stay here, you're going to be reminded of some of the Jurassic Park movies, like The Lost World or maybe Jurassic Park World Fallen Kingdom, where nature has taken over. And that's going to be one of the themes you'll see in this particular park. Massive park, tons of sites, but vegetation, trees have taken over. So they only use a very select number of sites in some select places. And the lodge, which has been replaced by the lodge up by the pool, may be undergoing a permanent renovation or a permanent non-renovation. Not sure what they'll do with this place, but it's really pretty. This will take you down and over. This bridge will take you over to the cabins, which we'll see. And this is a nice little pond that is off of the lake. All right, so totally separate. Do some canoeing. I've seen people fishing off the bridge. Not sure how that worked out for them, but as you can tell, this is definitely been like this for a while. And I see massive turtles down there. So again, there's a lot of, in those ripples down there, there's a lot of wildlife. I haven't seen any foxes, although I've heard there's foxes out here, and deer aplenty. This used to have a nice big deck on the front of it, and this place probably was happening back in the day. So maybe one day it'll go back to what it used to be, but for now you just have to enjoy it for what it is, which is an older park with a lot of quiet time. The backside of the lake at Cherokee Landing, very pretty. You can see there's only a couple of people that are on the perimeter of the lake here. I've counted about 20 souls that are here at this entire park. And we just left tent camping. And we're on the other side of the lake where the lodges are. And so we thought we'd come take a nice walk down here by the lake. And it is absolutely gorgeous. Again, only about 20 people here. And that is really just trailers, not people. I would say half of that is occupied. Here's a nice shot of the other side of Cherokee Landing Lake. And once again, nobody's home. They got somebody right there, but this stays pretty empty as far as we know. Since our stay here, 20 night stay. And you could see that there's lots of spaces available, maybe not prime spots, definitely not sewer. And this particular loop over by the tennis courts is where we decided to stay. You get a nice field here for, throwing a ball or whatever. There's a teeter-totter all by itself. I think that's what that's called. Hadn't seen one of those in a while. Bathhouse, laundry, those work fine. And up here, you can see us smack dab in the middle of those sets of residents up there. It's been pretty empty most of the time, but now we're flanked on both sides. With the majority of our stay, we had a couple people come in and out, and we'll take a closer look at the site to wrap up the video here at Cherokee Landing. Okay, so we are going to take a look at our particular site. This is a full hookup, and it is a 30 amp site. So if you're going to get yourself a full hookup site here, just know it's going to be 30 amp only. And we did take this one because it's full hookup and it has a tremendous amount of shade, which would have been almost impossible to deal with one air conditioner going with no shade. And that's really all you can pull on a 30 amp. You can try to, but you're probably going to pop it every now and then. You can't run anything else. So worked out good for us. We went full Monty with our party tent, the Smurf Dome. And we're gonna have a nice fire here the next couple of nights to burn some wood we gathered, as you can see right over there. And had a good stay here. Enjoyed the swimming pool and the nature, lots of deer. I do want to mention to you that the bathhouse here does have a dump station on the back side of it, which is important because any other spots you're taking at this particular campground, other than where we are in this loop, are most likely going to be no sewer. So, hope you enjoyed it. Safe travels to you and your family. Roll on, T-Train.